The title of this one should be How to Manifest Together in a Relationship. So this is actually how to. Wĩiguaga atĩ ndĩakagota ya wakinĩ no nĩ ĩkaga atĩa? Nĩ ĩiyagwo mũrathĩre. Ndĩakagota ya wakinĩ no nĩ ĩiyagwo mũrathĩre. Yeah, let me finish this and then you can ask a question, of course. So the first thing you do when we've heard about the outliers. So the outliers are people like Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Gina wake, watoto wake Muhoho, watoto kama wa mtu kama Mudiawori. So the outliers are the children who are born with a silver spoon in their mouth, okay? So the first thing you need to do for you to, let's say now both of you have come together. So let's say you're in a relationship together. You already have a relationship. So sema watu wawili wako na relationship. So by default mumemua mimi na wewe. Mimi na wewe. Mimi na wewe. Nameless na wewe. Ayao. So both of you have agreed, okay, ni wahu na nameless. Two people, for example, for teaching purposes only. So the first thing you have to do is heal now. So let's say now I'm talking to people who are already in relationships, but they didn't know this before they got into a relationship. So the first thing you do is you have to heal first. And what do we talk about healing? Usually when we talk about healing, people think that you are sick or anything. Don't. When you talk about healing, you are talking about you having, unajita kama usemanio, unajita kama mkutano, unajiangalia vizuri sana, unaangalia based on how I was raised and everything. Are there some things that I need to shed from my system? Do I have some limitations in my beliefs? Do I have limitations on how I was based up based on how my parents raised me? Okay? So unaangalia unaona shit, I need to heal. So remember what you say, that when you have to be in a relationship, for you to be in a relationship, you're already in a relationship. So this is about how you are going to manifest. So both of you, first of all, have to create a vision. Both of you need to have a purpose. Both of you, you have to sit down and propose to something by yourselves first. Do you have a purpose in your life before you meet whoever you met? Ulikuwa na vision. You as a woman, as a girl, as a female, did you have a vision before a man? Or is your vision attached to your man? You see, we have a culture whereby women don't have their own visions. Because these women think, niakahika. You have a vision where, mutumia no akohika, muiritu ni akohika, ni akogea murume. All the way to the point where a woman is not supposed to have a vision because in quotes, the man is the one who's supposed to be leading the house. But a woman is supposed to have her own vision first before she meets the man. That is even why women who are not married will still build. Unasikianga, nyumbeo ni ya mutumia, ule kule, ni mageretie gwaka, tikugeria, ndari muthuri, haya, kanyumba nene guothe na ndari muthuri, aruta wira uriku. You see, nonsense, because you are forgetting that women have proposed to themselves first. They already have something by themselves before they meet a man. And this is some of the things that we are not teaching our women, our girls. This is some of the things that you never find in books or in classes. Okay? Women should be taught to have or to propose to something by themselves first before they meet a man. They need to marry something first. Do I need to go out of the country? Do I need to do I need to go to this school na vitu kama hizi? Adam and Eve. So when both of you now agree in your favor, nyinyi wawili muna agree, hizi ni vision zangu, sasa mko na relationship na bibi amekwambia hizi ni zangu. Sasa hiyo ndio inaitangwa marriage. Ndio maana inakuanga na certificate. Why do you think there's a certificate? There's a certificate because there's an agreement. Both of you are creating a purpose and you are marrying that purpose. So when you marry someone, you are not marrying them. You are marrying the purpose, the reason why you're coming together. Do you get it? When mnasemanga I am married to them, you are not married to that person, you are not married to that man. You are married to the purpose that you created together. Each one first had their own individual purpose. Then when both of you were dating and you agreed on that, na si purpose ya kutana club, okay, mekutana kwa bar, mumekunywa, mumelewa, mumeenda mumekulana, mekutana bar, mumekunywa, mumeenda mumekulana, kidogo kidogo, mumepata mimba, mumeanza kukalishana. You see, no one spoke about their purpose. No one had proposed to something first. So how do you do this? Or how do you manifest together? Because already most of you are in relationships na hamukujua, mulijipata tu. Hata sasa ndio mnasikia for the first time like, oh my god, aya, kumbe nilikuwa nafaa kuwa na purpose before nipate mtu. Unasikilia hapa. So when both of you create a purpose and you are marrying that purpose, then that purpose has to look like security. What do you guys want? When you come together, what kind of security do you want? Where do you want to live? Where do you want to go? Okay? Is your man visionary enough to say we can leave the country and go start up in another place? Is your woman visionary enough to say anaweza hama ama ataka tu kukaa karibu na mamake? Ataka tu kukaa karibu na watu wa nyumbani. So even when business opportunities come, you can never move out of town because she can never move. How many of you can wake up one day and move to Mombasa and start a life in Mombasa? How many of people can move from wherever you are born? Because you are not prisoners of geography. Many of you are prisoners of geography. You are prisoners of the places you are born in. The farthest mnaendanga ni mazishi. Mkiingia gari hapa mkienda, you like going mazishi. Hampendi kuenda mazishi juu mnapenda kuenda. Mnapenda kuenda juu mnalipa 500. Hapo ndio unalipa 500 gari ya mazishi, at least unaenda Nakuru. Otherwise without kuenda mazishi utaienda Nyakuru, utaienda Meru, utaienda Nyeri, utaienda Kajiado. Mazishi ndio inakupeleka. So ukisikia anaziko wapi? Tutaabia sigana negiri, unatoa hiyo dhao. Okay? Because you lack vision. Is there safety in your relationship? Is there a kind of divination, a plan? Okay? Do you have shelter? When it comes to shelter, I'm not just talking about your body. I'm talking about children. Are you talking of children? How many children would you like to have? Your roof overhead. That's shelter. Land. Ama land yenyu ni broti maguta maguta. Are you thinking ahead? Are you thinking in the fact that by the time our children grow up, what we need is land? See, plot, land. Are you both agreeing to that? So are you building a ship? Are you relating? That becomes your relationship. Okay? I hope you are taking notes. I hope you are taking notes. Because this is an esoteric class on how to manifest together in a relationship. You're already assuming you're already in a relationship, so it's too late. So I hope you are taking notes. Okay? And there's a disclaimer here. Because most of you are already in relationships, it doesn't mean that you cannot leave that relationship. Because you should have been careful not to join with someone who has no vision. Someone has no purpose. Because you don't want to stay in a relationship 10 to 20 years later, then you receive that negative energy, and especially if you are married, and now you are like, oh my God, I have to go somewhere. I cannot continue living with this man. I cannot continue living with this woman. Okay? This female, this container, these daughters of man, she cannot hold a vision. Her womb is barren. She's a barren woman. Her womb is barren. Her dirt cannot grow anything. You are woman, mchanga ya bibi yako haiwezi meesha kitu. Whatever vision you give her, she cannot nurture it. She cannot add into it. She cannot make that seed grow. Her pussy is dry. Okay? For the women now, make sure that the men you pick, the male body, the spirit you pick, don't pick out a seed that has no vision. Don't pick a seed that cannot grow. Our men siku hizi wanakula seedless fruits. Okay? They're already being GMO'd by the fruits they are eating without knowing. As above, so below. Okay? So that woman, if you're the woman, remember the man that you are picking, his dick needs to be in something. So a vision is where the seed goes, whatever vision I have. The seed will be the vision. The womb will play like the dirt. The womb will play like the soil to cater to that seed so that we can manifest on a grand scale, whatever we are having. Nimeona mtu ameandika career, ameandika yes we are, ameandika we are writing. So write this career kama unaandika. Men equals visions or ideas. Okay? Now, the female will hone in on it. What is to hone in on something? Honing in on something means landing on that thing. Unaonanga venye nyuki inarudingi kwa beehive. That is to hone in on that. And what does she do to that? The female adds many visions into whatever visions you have. That is her purpose. She has to make sure that your vision is also concealed. Whatever vision you give to your woman, she has to keep it to herself until that time when it needs to get out of the ground. Ukienda nje uende upande mbegu, uendangi kila siku kuangalia kama imemea. Ati ulipanda mahindi jana, leo unaenda unatoa mchanga unachungulia, inamea. Unamwagilia maji, kesho unaamuka unachukua kakijiti unachokora, inamea. Kesho kuto unaenda unachokora, inamea. Of course it's not going to grow. But mwenye aliweka mbegu yake kwa mchanga, ikakaa 72 hours fast. On the third day, it is going to shoot and start germinating if it has not been disturbed. So, a female is supposed to hold your seed down in one way, shape, or form. Okay? She is supposed to nourish that seed so that it can grow properly. Remember, we are not talking about sex here. It has got something to do with sex, because sex will be the physical part, but this is how to manifest in a relationship together. Key word, together. This is already for the people who are already in a relationship. You're already in a relationship and you want to manifest together. Your relationship does not mean that you have to be living together as man and wife. No, as long as you're in a relationship and your relationship hiyo yenyu mnaona iko na a direction, a movement. Now, sometimes you have problems when you have two individuals who are weak. So this will be both the male being weak, aka he has dumb visions. So whatever visions he has, they are very hard for the woman to believe in. Okay? Because the woman has to believe in your vision so that that seed can grow. To make it grow, if she does not believe in your vision, your seed will not grow. Someone has to believe in it, and that someone has to be a female body to contain it. Because women are powerful spirits and they are the containers. So that seed needs a powerful spirit, a soil, a container, a seed, a womb. Okay? And that spirit has to be a mentality, a seed. And the woman has to extremely water that thing. She has to water it emotionally, mentally, na ikiwezekana physically, aka when you're having the sex, she should be having her legs behind her ears, showing you that she has fully accepted the seed that you want to put in a divine feminine or womb or dirt. Ni sawa sawa? That was on how to manifest together in a relationship. I'm going to end this live because today ni Wednesday, ni Odin, is a day for communicating. And on Wednesdays, I like talking about money matters and expansion and growth. So I'm going to end this.